when we first got married, and it might have been within the first, I want to say 14 days I was being married. I was in prayer and I was in study, as was my pattern always. And I was before the Lord, and I felt very strongly that I heard him say, open your home, bring in couples, and start marrying to them. And he gave me a list of couples.
This is when I knew I was for a radical roller coaster ride with this man.
Was that my first? The Lord
yes,
said,
no, actually, it's not the first.
What's the first?
The first one was when we was engaged.
Huh.
And you told me to sow.
A
particular amount of money that I didn't want to sow because I had been saving it for a minute.
Yeah, for something else.
And I was like, first of all,
That's another story time.
But yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you told that story before, but yeah, that's another story time. But anyway, so the second the Lord said we should do this. So we're in our apartment, and at this, we're in our very small apartment, a wilderness apartment. Cacie likes to call it. She did not like that apartment. Wasn't much to like, but it was a place to call.
A place.
House.
A roof over your head. It was a place to call a roof over your head.
I was very thankful. We had a place to stay. But that being said, there was nothing there. Like, we didn't have any furniture. We had a bed. We had a refrigerator. The refrigerator came with the apartment, and so the dishwasher, and that was about it. We had a washer and dryer. We did
have a washer and dryer. That we paid $100 for.
Yep. I think you had your vanity for putting on your makeup and things like that.
My daddy brought me that decades ago.
Yeah. So I mean, that was about it. That was our furniture. Where did we get the bed from?
We got that from my brother had a client that was getting rid of their bed.
Oh yeah.
And we bought it from them. I think we paid like $100 for that too, something like that. Yeah.
And then we bought the mattress on credit because I had money for the mattress.
Ooh, bro.
Credit card. Oh my gosh, going back, man.
And that mattress was. Ooh, that mattress.
It lasted for what it needed to do.
I remember going to I think it was Haynes.
Is that where you got it from?
I think so. I remember.
The first one, the mattress firm.
Because we had.
He showed that one in the back, the mattress in the back. And this dude laid on the mattress like, yeah, it's pretty comfortable. We're like, nah, bro.
Because I think we only had like $300 maybe.
Yeah, that was about what we spent on that mattress.
Buy a mattress. Yeah. And y'all know, you ain't getting no
good mattress. $300
was
a credit limit that I had to get a mattress. That's how much money we had. That was a credit limit.
And we went to mattress firm and we was like, look, this is how much money we got. And he was like, well, let me show you what you can afford with this. He took us all the way to the back of the store. And when I tell you that mattress was
oh my Jesus
trash. So we went to Haynes and we had two options for a mattress. And I remember the man standing there, he was looking at us and we was like, okay, out of the two, which one is the best? He was like, and he pointed to one, so that's the one we got.
Yeah.
And it wasn't great, y'all. It wasn't great, but we survived it.
I don't know how we got. No, I remember riding down the street with my dad, getting it there to the apartment. I believe. We had to tape it to the tie it to the top of the van. Wow, good Lord! Remember, I ain't thought about that stuff in a while.
Yeah.
What's the point of the story? The point of the story is we had no furniture, but the Lord said, "Open your house, bring couples, and start preaching the kingdom, the gospel of the kingdom to them, teach them how to live in the blessing." And you agree we were going to do it, and so we set the first date. I started inviting the couples. You were figuring out what you're going to cook because we're going to feed them and everything. So we're working on all that. And we still didn't have furniture because people need to be able to sit somewhere. Mm-hmm. So I think we had maybe we could borrow some chairs. I don't know if we're going to borrow from the church or I don't know what we were going to do. I think I had like a backup idea of something like some folding chairs. We didn't have any furniture. And I remember I was in prayer and it was Saturday. We were going to have the meeting and it was, or the Friday night.
It was a Friday
night. Okay. So it was earlier in the week or like the week before. And I was in prayer and I was studying him Bible. I remember being up. We did have a table near the kitchen. So I remember seeing that table. I was remember Bible, but you were elsewhere.
Yeah, I found that table at Goodwill. I think it was really cheap, but we got a decent table.
Yeah. So I was praying everything. And matter of fact, and I don't want to mix up stories here. This had happened before, but I'm pretty sure we were in bed watching TV. And I just felt the Lord pulling on me, or I saw something in the spirit. And so I got up to go pray and study. And what it was I saw not physically, with my physical eye, but in the spirit, I could see an angel. And he was kind of like at a distance, standing off to the side. Like if you imagine like a big room, and he's kind of like at a corner of my eye, like standing off in not a corner. I couldn't see the walls of the room, but I could see something in the spirit. So I was praying and asking the Lord, okay, why am I seeing this angel? What's going on and everything? And he found, and then as a prayer, and the Lord revealed to me, said, "This is Cacie's angel, not yours." And he's waiting. How did I? Basically, I had to tell you to give him a command.
I remember that.
And what did I'm trying to remember if I told you to say furniture or if you just came up with, "I want furniture," or something like that. But anyway, whatever it was, after you gave the command, and then the command was you wanted furniture, I saw the angel take flight, leave. And I said, okay. So I got done praying. I was like, all right, we're good. I feel like that might have been a Saturday night. The following Friday was the event. Before Friday came, we had furniture. The boss of my job at the time was moving, buying new furniture. He had some more furniture. We got a couch. We got his huge chair. That was a fun chair. It was very well-loved, used furniture, but it was furniture. And so we had places for people to sit. We had places to sit in our living room because we didn't have nowhere to sit ourselves. And we had furniture, and people came and knew no different, you know. But I think we told a story. We were like, this is what we're teaching about the blessing, and it's how the blessing works. So how does that tie into purpose? When you know your purpose, when you have a purpose. Matter of fact, you posted about it today on Instagram.
Yes, when you embrace your purpose, the grace to fulfill it will come. Yeah,
God will give you the grace to fulfill it. And that's exactly what happened. God was giving us and we didn't realize the purpose necessarily in those terms, but he was giving us an assignment. And that assignment was tied to our purpose. And over time, we realized what our purpose as a kingdom couple was.
It starts with obedience.
Yes.
Your purpose is revealed as you obey. And, you know, we knew from the beginning of our relationship that God was going to use us. And we just said, Lord, use us on whatever platform that you choose. And we didn't know exactly how that was going to look. But in obedience to what the Lord told you to do, we started walking into our purpose. And the grace to fulfill it began. And in action. Every time we needed something, it was provided for. Every time you need an opportunity, it was provided for. So these 6 years or so we've been doing this. God's grace have always gone before us. The favor of God's always gone before us. And that's because we have embraced this purpose. And it's changed a lot as far as how we disseminated what we do.
Yeah. Well, so if you want to go back, you said 6 years, you go back, it's 7 years.
Yeah. Well, yeah, be married 8 years.
8 years. Yeah. So 8 years that we've been going on 8 years this year, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So 8 years that we've been ministering in some capacity.
Yeah. So we started out with Facebook Lives.
Right after that, we started doing Facebook Live.
And then we was doing what's that platform?
We did a couple Periscopes.
Periscope. Who remembers Periscope?
Yep, Twitter's old thing, right?
We did Periscope. And then we just kept going from there.
Then we YouTube it in 2018. But going all the way back to when we first got married, 2016, we've been doing something in some capacity, whether in person with people or online. And it's where we are still at it now, still operating at our purpose. And we talked about how little we didn't have, and now looking at what we do have because we kept operating in our purpose, and the blessing has still been in operation. And that is what we're talking about today as we get into today's topic, but also the purpose of this Jalen and Cacie show. It's still the same thing. We want to teach people how to live in the blessed life. We want to help you discover your purpose so that you can live in that blessed life. And we want to teach you how to master your relationships so that you don't get derailed from living that blessed life and getting off task of your purpose. Because, and when we say relationships, we're not just talking about marriage, even though that's what we're kind of known for on this channel. All of your relationships, your friendships, your relationship with yourself, relationship with God, your parents, co-workers, everything. Because life is basically a series of relationships.
Yes.
That's what it is.
It's a whole big, it's all it is. It's a huge relationship.
Bunch of relationships.
The relationship with yourself.
Yep.
All those things matter.
Yeah.